All right, how you guys doing? We hopping into Deuteronomy 25 and 26. If there be controversy between men, and they come upon judge unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous, condemn the wicked, and it shall be that the wicked man shall be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down and be beaten before his face, according to his fault by a certain number. 40 stripes he may give him and not exceed, lest if he should exceed and beat him above these with many stripes, then thy brother should seem vile unto thee. Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the calm. If brother dwell together and one of them die, and have no child, the wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger. Her husband's brother shall go in unto her and take her to him to wife, and perform a duty of a husband's brother unto her. It shall be that the firstborn which he bears shall succeed him in the name of his brother which is dead, that his name be not be put out of Israel. And if the man like not to take his brother's wife, then let his brother's wife go to the gate of the elders and say, my husband's brother refuses to raise up unto his brother a name in Israel. He will not perform the duty of my husband's brother. The elders of the city shall call him, speak unto him, and if he stand to it and say, I like not to take her, then shall his brother's wife come into him in the presence of the elders, and shall loose a shoe from off his foot, spit in his face, and shall answer and say, so shall be done, that this man will not build up build up his brother's house. And his name shall be called in Israel, the house of him that hath his shoe loose. And when men strive together with one another, and the wife of the one which draws near to deliver for her husband out of the hand of him that smiteth him, and put forth her hand and takes him by the secrets, then thou shalt cut off her hand, and thine eye shall not pity her. Thou shalt not have in thy bag divers weights, a great and small, and thou shalt not have in thine house divers measures, a great and a small. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight. A perfect and just measure shalt thou have, that thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. For all that such doeth things and all unrighteousness are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when you were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, smote in the hindmost of thee, even that were feeble behind thee. And when thou wast faint and weary, he feared not God. Therefore shall be, when the Lord thy God hath given thee rest from thine enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for the inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, that thou shalt not forget it. And then we go on to chapter 26. And it shall be, when thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God gives thee for an inheritance, and possess it and dwelleth therein, that thou shalt take the first of all the fruit of the earth, that thou shalt bring into the land that the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shalt put it into a basket, and shalt go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose to place his name there. And thou shalt go unto a priest, and shall be in those days, and say unto him, I profess this day to the Lord thy God, that I am come unto the country which the Lord sware unto our fathers to give to us. The priest shall take the basket out of thy hand, set it down before the altar of thy God, and thou shalt speak and say before the Lord thy God, Assyrian ready to perish is my father, and he went down into Egypt, sojourned there with a few, and came back in a nation great, mighty, populous. And the Egyptians and the evil entreated us and afflicted us, and laid upon us a hard bondage. While we cried unto the Lord, the God of our fathers, and God heard our voice, looked upon our affliction, our labor, and oppression, and the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand, an outstretched arm, with great terribleness, and with signs, and with wonders. He hath brought us into this place, and hath given us this land, even a land that flows with milk and honey. Now behold, I have brought thee the first fruits of the land which thou, the Lord, hath given me, and thou shalt set it before the Lord thy God, and worship before the Lord thy God, and shalt rejoice in every good thing which the Lord thy God hath given thee, and unto thine house, and unto the Levite, the stranger that is among you. When thou hast made an end of the tithing of all the tithes of thine increase on the third year, which is the year of tithing, and hast given it unto the Levite, the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, that they may eat within thy gates and be filled, then shalt say before the Lord thy God, I have brought away the hollow things out of mine house, and have given them unto the Levite, the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, according to all the command which thou hast commanded me. I have not transgressed thy commandments, neither have I forgotten them. I have not eaten thereof in my mourning, neither have I taken away thereof for any unclean use, nor given aught thereof for the dead. But I have hearkened unto the voice of the Lord my God, and have done according to all that thou hast commanded me. Look down from thy holy habitation from heaven, and bless the people of Israel, and the land which thou hast given us, as thou swearest unto our fathers, the land that flows with milk and honey. The day the Lord thy God has commanded us to thee, to keep these statutes and judgments, that thou should therefore keep to do them with all thine heart, with all thine soul, and thou hast avouched the Lord thy God this day to be thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes, his commandments, his judgments, and to hearken unto his voice. The Lord thy God hath avouched thee this day to be his peculiar people, as he has promised thee, and thou shouldest keep all his commandments, and to make thee high above all nations which he hath made, and praise his name and honor, that thou mayest be a holy people unto the Lord thy God, as he has spoken. And that is all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.